Hello guys, so something a little bit different today because this video is about when I got to drive an electric truck and an electric bus, both on the same day, and I've filmed bits of both and I've put it together in this video so you can see my take and what it's like for me to drive a bus and a truck, which was an experience I never thought I'd say I have. So absolutely fantastic to get this experience at the SMMT drive day back in May. So, tune in, I hope you enjoy it. Please do make sure you like and subscribe. Today we're driving a bus and let's have a look around first, shall we? Let's switch the camera around and show you around. So, this is a Higer and it's got about 350 miles of range. No livery to speak of, but this is a test vehicle, so we're going to get to drive it, which is something I've never done before. I don't own a bus license, I've never driven a bus, so it's going to be fascinating to show you around and show you just what we do here and how it works, because as I say, it's something I've never done. Notice this one has real mirrors, which is great because the EVs we've looked at on the channel before didn't have real mirrors. And then if we have a look inside, obviously the cab we'll get a proper look at in a minute, but just have a quick look down the bus and it's all very nice, isn't it? It all feels very new, it smells new as well. This is a very, very big bus. There's quite a lot of space in here. Wheelchair space over there, and you've got some space over here for buggies and things as well. So this is a really nice big bus. Single decker, obviously, and this is Harris Bus and Coach that have brought it here today, and it is the Higer. They do have two different battery packs. This one will do 350 miles. You can have a bigger battery pack, but to have that one, you do sacrifice some passenger space. So let's get into it and have a look and see how you drive a bus, because that's the bit we're here for, right? It's going to be good fun.
So you get yourself comfortable. If you want to move the seat forward, the bar down below.
Yep.
Give it a pull up and then shuffle forward. If you need to change the position of the steering wheel.
I think that's all right. I think that's fine.
Okay,
yep, that's all good.
So you've driven buses before?
Nope.
Oh. Okay. So this is 12 metres long.
Yes.
2.55 metres wide.
Yep.
It does not bend in the middle. Yet. So as you come into a corner, you need to make sure that your front end swings out.
Yes.
Before you actually turn in, because your rear wheels will then start to cut in.
Yep.
But I'll try and give you as much guidance as I possibly can without telling you how to suck it.
Okay.
So it's fully electric.
Yep.
It's fully automatic.
Yep.
So you haven't got to mess about with any gears or anything like that. So with the big red button there, we'll close the door.
Okay. Let's, oh, the power.
Do you know what? The amount of people that go, oh, that's me done.
Yeah,
I've pressed the big red button.
I always wanted to do that.
So put your foot hard onto the foot brake.
Yeah, so.
No, that other one.
That one, yeah.
Into D for drive. Release your parking brake. Which
so this one here?
Yep, yep. Pull it up. That's it, and then forward.
Yep.
And then make sure there's nobody about.
Yep.
That you're going to run over. And when you're happy, foot on the accelerator. Or you need to put your seatbelt on.
Put my seatbelt on first. So driving the bus was an absolute hoot. I couldn't drive and record at the same time, but it is way, I say simpler. I felt it was simpler than I thought it would be. The big surprise to me was just how much you turn the steering wheel, because you really have to work at turning the steering wheel. But actually to make it go and stop is really easy because it's an EV. It was literally just push and drive and take off the handbrake. And that was it, and then you've got your pedals down here. Now it does seem a little bit unnatural because they're both on the right hand side, but they're very much over here, so that is just a footrest. So you've got your brake and your accelerator there, and then you've got your screen in front of you with your details like your speed and everything, and this one's in kilometers because it belongs in Ireland. But otherwise it was very, very intuitive to drive. Now of course, when you're going around corners, you need to make sure you give enough space and you go out a little bit wide and then come back in. And that was all really, really good fun. So I really, really enjoyed driving the bus. And this one's got real mirrors, which made it easy. I just genuinely found it quite nice and simple to drive. So I'm really chuffed with that. And yeah, what we do next is we're going to drive a truck, and then I'll tell you all about that as well. So why not? A couple of new different vehicles to drive today, and a little bit of fun as well. Okay, so we're going to drive this DAF truck. Now, this is fully electric. This is quite exciting because I've never even sat in the cab of a truck before, right? This is huge. I love the grille. Look how imposing that is, and the little blue flashes because it's an EV, I'm assuming. International Truck of the Year, so it's a good one. I don't know a lot about trucks, so you're going to have to educate me in the comments. You've got all the lights down here, you've got loads of steps here, and we're going to go and have a look inside there, but this is like fully trailered up, right? It's got a huge load trailer on the back here. 6 wheels on the back here as well. It's massive. I can't believe they're going to let me do this because I've never driven it before. I've never driven anything like it. So this is all very, very exciting. Down here, I can't believe how big this is, right? And then the truck unit, you see down there, look. See underneath there. It's amazing how much there is to this, isn't it? These tyres are huge. Wow, see, I know very little about trucks, so what I can tell you is very little, but we are going to get in and we're going to take it for a drive. So as you climb up, you can see the seat has all the adjustments. There's a, looks like a radio down there. Is that a radio? And then you've got all your screens and everything up here. Let's come right up into it and we'll have a look around. So there's the bed in the back there. Is that a bed up there as well? Do you get 2 beds? Is that? I have to ask more questions when we get into it. But you've got loads of space under there for all your stuff. I suppose you spend an awful lot of time in this truck. So the seats look pretty comfy. So we're going to find out more about it and take it for a drive. You've got stuff up there which I assume is your radio, your tacho. You need a tacho to drive one of these, don't you? And we've got digital mirrors as well. So you can see everything around. We've got blind spot mirrors. It's very, very interesting in here. So you'll notice it's got a conventional key. And then your gears are on the stalk on there. It's very bouncy, isn't it, the seat?
It is very bouncy.
I suppose it's meant to be like that.
Yes. Well, you think of the British roads nowadays.
Yes, yeah, very true, very true.
They're not the best, are they? And if you're in here for 8, 9, 10 hours driving,
yep,
it's your back constantly getting it. Whereas if it's bouncy,
yeah, makes sense.
It doesn't hurt your back.
That makes loads of sense.
There we go. Right, so turn the key on.
Yep.
Second position.
Where are we? There it is.
Yeah.
Second position.
Yep. Hand away.
The
lights will go out. The little tune. Do do do. It now tells you that you've started.
Amazing. Right.
The needle's on 0.
Yep.
So now all you do is put your foot on the brake. Yep. Put it into drive.
Oh, it lights up orange.
Yeah, that's because she's walked across in front, being a pain in the ass. So if you turn the knurled wheel, see the knurled bit?
Yep.
Turn that forwards. There you go. Now we're in drive.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep.
And the reason it picks up orange is because these people were in front of us. That's
right.
all it is. It hasn't gone in gear for some reason, so do it again. That's it. Let go. That's it. Right, now we are.
Right, okay,
so,
yeah, I see the D down there, so all good. And
accelerate.
Just
the park brake will release.
Trailer tyre pressure insufficient.
Yeah, so we it's not. We've got tyre pressure monitoring on it.
Yeah.
And the guy came out the other day and we said it's the back wheel. So we changed the middle one. And that's why. And then he's buggered off and then we took it out and it's gone. That's still there. Yeah. So
right.
That's the reason. So
it'll be all right. It'll be all right to get. Oh,
it'll
look.
Be all right.
Oh my God! I'm driving a truck. Wow, this thing's huge.
There you go. How's that?
Scary.
That's fine. Just remember to breathe. I have lots of people that go out and go, you know.
It's quite exciting.
Yeah.
I never ever thought I'd drive a truck.
No.
So I saw it come up as an opportunity and I thought, wow, you've got to do it, right?
My name on it.
Why not, right?
There you go.
So we've got fully digital mirrors.
Yes.
And you've got the little markers to show you different points in the...
Yeah, so that red line is the back of the trailer, and the two other lines are guidelines. So if there was a car coming up behind you, you've got an idea of how far behind you they are.
Right.
So if they're on the furthest yellow line, you'll have enough time to get out. If they're on the middle one, you'd stay where you were.
Right, okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, loaded, not loaded? What do you reckon? The trailer.
Not loaded.
Not loaded, okay. I mean, you'd be wrong.
Is there stuff in there?
Yeah, man. 36 ton this is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, the lever on your right hand side, if you pull that towards your knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
Yep. So this is your regen braking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
So that's the first position. Do it again. Second.
Second, and then again.
Again, third. Take your foot off the throttle.
What's that? Ah, yeah. So it's just you're just like driving an EV car, isn't it?
Is.
So,
but when you accelerate, it uses that charge that you've just generated.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So what are you getting in terms of miles on the battery then? Because it's fully electric, isn't it? So
yeah. So we've got 5 batteries on here.
5. Wow.
5.
Okay.
They're 105 kilowatts each, so it's 525 in total, and we can get 320 to 330 miles out of that. So
right.
Okay. Just sort of keep that line in the middle, really. So
yep.
That's it. You won't frighten yourself then, or me. So, so we got customers that are doing 320, 330. So it's getting there.
So it's the weight, isn't it? That's the big penalty, I think, when you've got these, because a 100 kilowatt battery in a car, is sort of what you get in the iX3. So you're talking 500, 600 miles, or just over 500 miles.
Yeah.
So it's the weight that you're carrying that means you need all the extra batteries in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is 300 odd miles enough?
Yeah. So driver can only drive 4.5 hours anyway. So when they stop, there should be a plug point for them to charge to add to the next bit. But as I say to people, we're right at the beginning of the journey here.
Oh, absolutely.
We're back in Henry Ford days here, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely.
And charging points for trucks are 0, compared to cars.
And have you got charging time? Do you know how long?
Yeah, so the usual 20 to 80% on a 150 kilowatt charger, it'd be about an hour and a half.
Right.
So, it's not too bad.
You know what? Like, just looking at the size of it is quite intimidating, I think. And then when you actually start moving and you realise that it's just a bigger car. You know, everything else is the same.
You've just got to keep that little bit further out. Allow for the trailer to come round. All those sort of things. But it's easy enough, isn't it?
There we go.
So, handbrake is here. Pull.
Okay, and then to park.
Turn that into neutral. No,
that's reverse. There we go, neutral. It says then done it now.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
And then switch it off.
That off.
Wow.
And breathe.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. I really enjoyed that.
Welcome.
That's so much fun. Epic. Thank you very much. There you go. We've driven a truck. Yeah. So I didn't really film a outro or a piece to camera after driving the truck because I think I was quite overwhelmed with how cool it was. It was really good fun to drive. It felt quite natural, actually. I didn't find it too different to drive to a car. Obviously they got the size and everything else, but actually physical controls and stuff, and most of it's quite intuitive. So having to swing out and all that sort of stuff, you sort of just know. And you look in the mirrors and it's fine, so it was all good. The bouncy seat was quite good fun. Took a bit of getting used to, but in general on that course, because you drive that at Millbrook and you go, it's obviously no license required there. So at Millbrook it's private roads, etc. And you do have a mix of big corners, roundabouts. There's some banked corners as well. There's some higher speed bits as well. So there's plenty to get a really good feel for it. And I really, really enjoyed driving the truck, and I enjoyed driving the bus, to be fair. I thought they were both fairly intuitive to drive. I thought being electric, it would be something very, very different, but actually it was a lot like driving an electric car. Please tell me in the comments below what you think, whether you would do that. What do you think of the electrification of trucks and buses? Because we're seeing electric buses everywhere now, and now we've driven one. And of course, electric trucks, the range isn't quite there yet, but as my driver coach said to me in the conversation, it is day one really for electric trucks, and there's a long way to go, especially with infrastructure, but you can see how that is progressing. So keen to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please do make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because it helps me get invited to make more things like this. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.